Before I stop doing videos for the day on this channel, other than, of course, the reviews later, or unless some weird thing happens later and we see something big happen, and then I'll have to do a video about it. Here's sort of a news of the day: who's nominated for what kind of thing. Um, so today they announced the Masterton Trophy finalists. I have to say, this year there might be more guys who are worthy of the Masterton than I've seen in a while. Robin Leonard, of course, opened up about health issues, mental health issues, and addiction problems and everything last year, which was amazing after the awful season he had in Buffalo last year. He goes to the New York Islanders, has an amazing year. There's a movie in there. There is. Whereas with Nick Foligno, in the midst of a 35-point season this year, he attended to health issues affecting two of his three kids. So Nick Foligno, now in the playoffs, Columbus finally wins a round. There's a movie in there with that one too. And Joe Thornton, who overcame two major knee injuries, which we all thought last year, that's it, he's done, he's finished. And no, he has 51 points this year. Amazing total considering how finished he looked last year during the playoffs. And so yeah, all three of these guys 100% worthy. I know there's others that people expected to be up there as the top three, but it is really hard to argue against these three guys. Now, with the appointment of Yzerman, already there's news articles up that Edmonton and Seattle have contacted Ken Holland. Ken Holland to Seattle has been the hot rumor for about a year. And Seattle wants to hire a general manager this summer. I would think they announced the name of the team. So whether it's Seattle Kraken or Seattle Bushwhackers or whatever they want to call it, it's fine. Just name the team and move on. And then have a GM in place after. So you have the team name, you have the GM. And then they can work on setting up, they have practice facilities that they're dealing with that they've got to get it all set up. There's a lot of stuff going on with Seattle, and I would think then they'd be looking at ECHL partnerships, looking ahead to what they're going to do for American Hockey League partnerships, and there's going to be some turmoil there. So the earlier you have that planned out, the better, and it feels like Ted Lywicki wants to get this thing all straightened out as quickly as possible so they can get to the part where they're building their team as soon as possible as well. TJ Oshie's out indefinitely after at least that's what I'm putting up there. I'm not putting up there for a very long time, for quite some time. Oshie was at an awkward angle when Fogle pushes him into the boards last night, so it makes the hit look uglier. I haven't heard anything about a Fogle suspension. I don't think it's coming. I don't think the NHL's taking any more action on it than just the penalty that was called during the game. It is unfortunate. The one thing with TJ Oshie, he gets hurt a lot. And he seems to be kind of fragile or just unlucky, one way or the other. So he's out, and what that does to the Capitals for the rest of this series, and potentially if they move on in the next series, we'll see. It does mean that somebody in that depth chart is going to have to step up. Looking at you, Andre Burakovsky, if you want to prove yourself, now's a really good time to do it. Mark Stone. I don't take this as a shot against the Senators necessarily, but that's how the media is playing it. Stated, if I wasn't having fun, I'd probably still be in Ottawa. Now, I said at the time that Stone went to Vegas from Ottawa, I get it. Having been to Vegas a couple of times myself, if somebody said to me, okay, Shannon, you can set up your permanent home base either in Vegas or Ottawa, before they say anything further, I'd be like, Vegas. Well, we haven't explained what the conditions would be. Vegas. But in Ottawa, Vegas. And I say that despite the reality that I have family in the Ottawa area, and I was born in Ontario, so you would think, well, Shannon might want to be near his roots, Vegas. So the idea that Stone's saying I'm having fun while they're in the midst of a playoff run, of course he is. And of course he wouldn't be having fun if he was still in Ottawa because they're not playing right now. So I don't necessarily take this as a slight against the organization. I just take it as he's having a ball right now, and that's it. That's as far as I'll take that. And yeah, Vegas. Well, see, but you'd have to go through the immigration process in Vegas. Lady Byng award was announced yesterday in terms of who the three finalists are. Sean Monahan, who has 12 penalty minutes. Ryan O'Reilly has 12 penalty minutes, so he's up for both the Selke and the Lady Byng. And Alexander Barkov with 8 penalty minutes. Do you know what's remarkable here is that Barkov does play a hard-nosed puck control game, and he takes 4 penalties all year. He's a big kid, and he is strong on the puck, and he doesn't take penalties, knocking guys off the puck, holding them off the puck, when you could easily get a holding the stick, you could easily get hooking, you could easily get a trip. Not Barkov. To me, he's the guy. To have that many points in an NHL season, I believe he ended up with 96, and to have 4 penalties along the way, that's insanity right there. O'Reilly and Monahan, this is Monahan's first time being nominated. O'Reilly won the award. I believe they said it was in 2014 when O'Reilly last won the award. He had 2 penalty minutes that year. He had 12 this year, so this year he was pretty ornery for a Ryan O'Reilly season. It's an amazing total, and of course it goes to the gentlemanly player in the league, so I would be surprised if it's not Barkov because of the combination of the penalty minutes and the points and the way he plays. In the midst of a really disappointing season for Florida, Barkov, that shining light that says, hey, there's hope, you gotta fix the defense and the goaltending. Alright, there you go, just sort of a news of the day type of thing, looking at award nominees. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.